India is
chaotic,
eye-opening,
colorful,
mysterious,
and enlightening.
So I took a step outside and I peeked out, and there was a woman who was yelling at the top of her lungs, just screaming angrily. And then the more I looked, the more I realized that practically the entire village was out in the street. A lot of them just were kind of standing there, didn't really know what to do. I asked him what was going on, and he said, well, we just ran out of water. I could see in the faces of these people as I looked around, like there was a sense of helplessness. Like it was a very strange moment because you had this guy who sold water. The water was there. It was in the village, but it was packaged. It was like, why can't they use your water? And he said it's too expensive. To think that this village was out without water, while at the same time they did have water, was very striking to me.
One thing I realized in India is just how privileged I am. I always saw myself as underprivileged just because I come from a low-income family, minority student. When I come out to these countries, just knowing I'm here in a country other than my own, I feel that privilege, like I'm able to actually go out and meet new people, explore new cultures, and just the sightseeing in general. So I feel like I'm very privileged, but I can also connect to the people who are suffering in these countries.
It was really the tuk-tuk driver, and one was I overpaid him, and the next day he showed up with a bunch of spices for Becky, and which was very sweet of him. And then he took us to his house, and we got to meet his family, and we ended up like taking pictures with our camera or our phone of the kids, and the kids just got real enthralled with that. And then we noticed there was only one picture in our whole house, and Becky took one of the one pictures we took and got it developed and gave it to him, and we thought that we gave him $1,000.
It's today Women's Day?
Yes.
Yeah?
Today Women's Day and Mahila Divas.
Ah.
Hindi Mahila Divas.
Mahila Divas.
Mahila Divas.
Women's Day.
For me, gender equality is something that I hold dear to my heart. And when I was in Jaipur on March 8th, it was International Women's Day. And I'm extremely interested in gender equality, and having the opportunity to speak with women there and to actually see women in masses on the streets and being able to go to the monuments and being out of their homes was really inspirational and really powerful, especially because in India overall, women aren't given these opportunities. India's constitution is extremely progressive, and it's outlawed dowries and it's outlawed female infanticide, but yet these practices continue to happen. And the population is hugely disproportional. There's significantly more men than women being born. And I think what this experience showed me is that gender inequality is so much more complicated and so much more diverse in different places around the world than I originally anticipated or understood.
I was researching the Hijra, which are a caste of transsexuals in India. I had a lot of trouble finding people who were willing to talk to me about the Hijra, especially in Kerala. They're very taboo. I would be in the middle of a transaction with a merchant, and I would say, oh, I'm a student and I'm looking to do a research project on the Hijra. Do you have any tips for how I could contact some, or do you know anything about them? And people would shut down. And people would ask me to leave their shops, and people would just stop talking to me. And it was really terrifying to think that society is so restricted.
To look at it, it is not one India, it's 28 different Indias.
When you're visiting different countries, it's definitely the people that make the country.
It's definitely been one heck of a learning experience.